Very good morning, students. Welcome to IIT and NEET Foundation program or Focus C by Krishnaveni Talent Schools and Mastermind Schools. So I welcome Vaishali, class 6th. Maybe right. So welcome you all for today's session. So once again, I welcome all the participants. So as you can see on the screen, and you are well aware, my subject is physics. We are in class 7th. Our new chapter, or the 4th chapter, reflection of light. And today we are starting with the session number 1. So this is our 4th chapter, test 4 syllabus, right? Reflection of light. So which is one of the important property of light, right? But before knowing about the property of light, just to recall, as you are now 7th class, so we should recall our 6th class knowledge about what is light exactly. So because before knowing about the reflection of light, we should know what is light, right? So all know that light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy. Why you are saying form of energy? Because we can do some work with the light. Whichever form with which you can do work called energy only, right? Either light or electricity, magnetism, heat, all these are the form of energies. Sound. Then what is to do which makes the object visible for us? Makes object to visible for us, right? It makes the object to visible for us. Suppose imagine you enter the dark room. You enter into the dark room. So many objects are there in the room. You may have TV, you may have bed, you may have almirah, but you cannot see all those things in dark room. But when you are switch on the light, you can see everything. That means light has capacity of making the object to visible for us, right? Not only that, it creates sensation. Creates sensation of vision by falling on retina. You know, retina is a very important part of our eye. So whenever that light falls on our retina, it makes, suppose you are able to see me. How can you are able to see me? Because of the reflection of light only. Whenever light falls on your eyes and reflect back and again bounce back to me, and you can able to see my audio, you can able to see my video, right? Such a form of energy which makes an object visible for us and creates a sensation of vision by falling on retina is called light, right? Note on these 2 points as synopsis, the basic points, right? So light is a form of energy which makes object to visible for us. So we cannot imagine the world without light. Correct or not? So can you imagine? So in olden days, they used to have only natural light from sun. But after discovering of the bulb by Thomas Alva Edison, so many changes happens and happening in the world of light. Even yesterday also we celebrated Diwali, which is the festival of lights. Such a wonderful celebration where we can see the different types of lights, either maybe light from the candle, light from the oil light, light from various sources. All these are nothing but a form of energy only. Right? Hope you are clear. Such a form of energy which makes the object visible for us is called light, which creates sensation by falling on retina. Whenever light falls on retina, it reflects back and makes the object visible for us. Right? Like just like sound. Sound creates sensation on eardrums. Light creates sensation on by falling on retina. Right? These are the two basic points about the light. Now we'll move to the what exactly the light, what type of lights are there. We'll start the synopsis. See, in this chapter, we'll discuss about 4 points. One is introduction of light, which already given. Second one is about the property reflection of light. What is the reflection of light? What are the terms related to reflection of light and all? Then we'll discuss about the mirrors, spherical mirrors like convex mirror, concave mirror, plane mirror, right? Where they are useful for us. Same time we'll discuss about the types of images formed by the mirrors. So what type of image concave mirror forms? What type of mirror convex image forms? Whether it is a real image or imaginary or virtual. Everything we learn in this particular topic in next 2 to 3 classes or 4 classes maybe, right? So, but basically we'll start today with the synopsis number 1 about the light, which already I given 2 points. So light is an invisible energy. In dark room, we cannot see any object. Correct or not? But when bulb is switched on, everything in the room becomes visible. Will you believe it or not? It happens with everyone. When we go to the home back after watching a movie or something in the night, when you enter the room, everything will be dark only. So what we'll do? We'll switch on the light, which makes the entire room to glow. And you can see all the objects. We can identify every object. Even now, class also, if there is no light, what happens? You cannot see me. You can hear my voice, but you cannot see me without the light. Okay. Such a wonderful form of energy, which makes the object visible for us, which makes the color to identify. If you want to identify the colors, color posters, how it is possible? Because of light only. Okay. So when you see the source of light, second point. The first 2 points are over. Third point is source of light. What is source? From where light is coming? From where we are getting the light? The number 1 is natural source, right? Number 2 is artificial or man-made. There are 2 types of sources are there. So light comes from naturally from sun. Sun is the best example for the natural source, right? So natural source is sun. Artificial source, so many are there. For example, candle, bulb, kerosene lamp. All these are the artificial source of lights. So artificial is nothing but made by a man. Made by a man as per our requirement. Natural means given by the God. That is sun. In olden days, when there is no bulbs, nothing, they used to depend only on the natural source. Later, slowly, the candles and some other kerosene lamps, all these things come slowly. Now became bulb. After bulb, again tube light. After tube light, again CFL. After CFL, again LED. So many types. As per the demand and requirement, we are getting the various types of sources of light. Either it may be natural source or it may be artificial source. Two sources, right? So one is natural, other one is artificial. Next, speed of light. Next, speed of light. So, light is more faster than anything in the world. Travels very fast, 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. The speed of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second speed it will move. So see here given 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It means light is with the other way, kilometer given 3 into 10 power 6 kilometer per hour. In kilometer per hour, you can go like this. So these many meters per second. After 3, 8 zeros. After 3, 8 zeros you have to keep. So that you can get the right. That is speed of light. Speed of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Right. That is the speed with which the light will travel through any medium, especially in vacuum. That is, highest speed is in vacuum. Right? Now, when you come for the next part, again another classification is there. Whether it is a natural source, artificial source, some bodies produce light by themselves, like sun. You can see sun, stars. They are called luminous bodies. Luminous. Right? Luminous bodies are those which can produce light by themselves. Right? What are luminous? Right? Luminous bodies are those which produce light by their own. We can write their own. Like sun is there. In sun, there are so many reactions takes place. Maybe nuclear fusion reaction like that. With that reaction, it produces the light. And that light reaches our earth. And we are making use of that light. Such bodies are called luminous bodies. If not, which are not producing light, non-luminous, they're not producing the light by themselves. But they can be visible for us because of reflection of light. For example, take pen, table, book. All these are the objects only. How we are able to see? They are not producing the light. But what they are doing is whenever light falls on them, they reflects the light and makes us to visible. So because of reflection of light, there are few bodies which can produce the light are called non-luminous bodies. Right? See, luminous bodies like sun, stars, glowworm, right, flies. And non-luminous bodies are book, pen, table, anything apart from this. Right? Luminous, non-luminous, another classification. Either it may be natural or artificial. Which bodies which produce the light by themselves are called luminous bodies. The produce the light by reflection of light are called non-luminous bodies. Right? So what we learn? What is light? What are the sources of light? Light. Natural and artificial. What is the speed of light? 3 into 10 power 8. What are the luminous bodies? What are the non-luminous bodies? Clear? So we'll move to further. Then, if possible, I'll show a video, some small video on this light introduction to the reflection. But before that, let us see what is exactly the. See here, non-luminous bodies examples are given. Examples are moon is a non-luminous body. As the sunlight falls on the moon, we can able to see the moon. Wood is the non-luminous body. Furniture like bed, chair, table, all comes under non-luminous bodies. Right? So after knowing about bodies, we should know about some terms related to optical medium, related to luminous light, optical medium. So what is optical medium? What is medium? So it is not Telugu medium, Hindi medium or English medium. Medium is a matter which carries energy. Suppose here I am speaking. The sound is reaching you. So in between you and me, there is a medium is there. Air is a medium. Or there may be some satellite is a medium. Imagine there is no medium. Sound cannot reach you. You can see my lips movement, but you cannot hear the sound. Because of this medium only, it is carrying from my mouth to your ears. Such matter which carries energy from one place to another, which carries light from one place to another, is called optical medium. So any material, see clearly given, any material or any matter, you can call it as any material, right? Material through which light energy passes wholly. Wholly means completely or partially. Completely or partially. Right? Is termed as optical medium. Example, vacuum, air, water, glass. You know, vacuum. Through vacuum also light travels. That is the reason sunlight is coming, passing through the vacuum and reaching the earth. Sound does not travel, but light travels through vacuum. So whatever the material, it may be solid, liquid or gas, no matter, through which light passes, or even vacuum also, through which light passes, are called optical medium. That medium may be either homogeneous or heterogeneous. So what is homogeneous? An optical medium which has a uniform composition throughout is called. Throughout the medium, it contains same composition. There is no change in the composition. Right? Example, vacuum, diamond, distilled water, pure alcohol. They contain the same composition throughout the matter. Such mediums are called homogeneous mediums. Right? Second case is heterogeneous. An optical medium which has different composition at different points, like air. Suppose air in my place is different from air in your place. Depends on the so many conditions like pollution and all. Air composition changes. Alcohol, benzene. So these all different in different composition at different position. That's why they are called heterogeneous mediums. So the mediums are classified into two categories. Optical mediums, right? Optical mediums are classified into two categories. So optical medium, I thought. So two categories. One is homogeneous. Homo means same. Second one is heterogeneous. Again in this, so there are again classification into three categories. One is two categories. One is three: transparent mediums, translucent mediums, opaque bodies. Transparent mediums are those through which light passes completely. The medium which allows the light to pass through them wholly or completely, allows the most of the light to energy to pass through it, is called transparent medium. Vacuum, glass, clear air, alcohol, and benzene are the examples. Sorry, before them. So they allow the light completely pass through them. Whenever a light passing from clear air or glass or alcohol, we can see our image clearly, or even mirror also, plain mirror. There are other type of medium, see translucent. What? Translucent means light passes partially. A medium which partially allows the light energy to pass through, not completely allows. For example, take the butter paper, oil paper. Put some butter to the paper and see. We can see our image, but not clear, blurred image. Why? Because light is completely not passing through it. Example, oiled paper, tissue paper, and butter paper, and right. All these are the examples for the translucent, which current light passes partially. If light passes wholly or completely, they are transparent. Where light passes partially are translucent. And last one is opaque objects, which does not allow the light to pass through them. Right? Which does not allow the light to pass through them are called opaque bodies, like brick, wood, metals, they all comes under opaque bodies. So means they are not allowing the light to pass through them. When light falls on them, it reflects. Then only our reflection of light will come. Right. So before going for the further explanation about the reflection of light and other, let me show you one video on the basics of the reflection of light. Right. Just keep watching the video. Okay, on reflection of light.
Friends, today we're going to continue learning more facts about light. Do you know that light has many properties? Come with me to learn more. Let's start by talking about the main properties of light, which are reflection and refraction. Reflection. It occurs when light rays called incident rays collide with an object, and later, when these rays bounce in another direction, they are called reflected rays. We can differentiate between two types of reflection, specular and diffuse reflection. When every incident ray is reflected in the same direction, specular reflection occurs. This property allows us to see ourselves reflected in a mirror or shiny surface. I look great today. However, when rays are reflected in different directions, this is called diffuse reflection, which is what allows us to differentiate some objects from others so we can appreciate every detail. Diffuse reflection allows us to know, for example, that this is a ball, and we can differentiate it from other objects. Now let's look at another property of light, refraction. Have you ever wondered why, when you put a straw in a glass of water, we see it differently than when it is outside water? This happens because of refraction. When light rays pass from one medium to another, for example from air to water, they change their speed and direction. This is how refraction happens. The light rays that reach an object are called incident rays, and the light rays that change their trajectory or velocity are called refracted rays. This property causes us to see objects differently, like when we look at an object through a magnifying glass. Refraction is the property we use to create lenses, which you can find, for example, in eyeglasses or camera lenses. Refraction is also the property that allows white light to be broken down into different colors. This phenomenon can be seen using a prism. When light rays reach the prism, they are broken down into different colors that make them up. Isaac Newton was the first to achieve this with an experiment done in the 17th century. Yes, it was that long ago. Can you think of any natural event where this phenomenon occurs? Rainbows are formed when sunlight passes through raindrops. Thanks to refraction, white light is converted into a colored beam containing red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Wow, we have learned so many interesting things about light, haven't we? I hope the next time you see a rainbow, you'll remember me. See you soon.
Right. So hope you understood exactly what he wanted to tell about basics of the reflection. He explained about what is the important properties of the light, which we are going to learn in the coming slide, right? So these all things you learned, what is light first, okay. Then what I exactly want to explain is about what is the source of point source. See, there are some definitions are there at the bottom after knowing about the medium. Point source of light. For example, the direction, path through which light is passing is called point source. It is denoted by arrow and head. Head indicates the direction, arrow is the magnitude, right? So point to source. Then extended source, ray of light. All these are the terms related to light. So light can travel in a single direction, or it can travel in the form of parallel beam of lights, right? So many ways light can travel. So based on that, that is called either point source of light, extended source of light, or ray of light. So different, like for example, bulb is there, tube light is there, right? Candle is there. They give different ways of lights. Okay, they are identified as point to source, extended point, or a ray of light. Okay. Now there are some more. Beam of light. What is beam? Beam is nothing but group. A group of light rays are called beam of light. A group of light rays. For example, torchlight. If you want torchlight, light will come in the form of group. That is called beam of light. In this beam also, if the light rays are parallel, they are parallel to each other. That is called parallel beam of light. Parallel means equidistance. The distance between one light to another light ray is same. They are called parallel, right? They are called parallel beam of lights. Or it can be divergent beam of light. What is divergent? Whenever they are starting from one point, they are going. See, they are starting from here, they are dividing into various points. That is called diverging. Starting at same point, moving into various directions. For example, if you go to bus stop or railway station or airport, so many trains or buses or aeroplanes start from same point, but they won't go to same direction. They go to different direction. One will go to Mumbai, one will go to Vizag, one will go to Vijayawada, right? So that is called diverging. Then come converging. Converging beam means lights are coming from so many places. There are different lights are coming and they are meeting at one point. Meeting at one point is called converging beam. Suppose if you take a laser light, or you can take same example of bus stand, railway station, various places bus will come and reach at the one place, or various aeroplanes will reach at one place. Various trains will come from different places and comes to one station, either Secunderabad or Hyderabad. Like that light also, coming from various sources and meeting at one point, is called converging beam of light. Right? Very, very, very important definitions. Ray of light, beam of light, parallel beam of light, divergent beam of light, convergent beam of light. All these are about the terms related to light only. And this light always travels in straight line. Very important observation is light always travels in straight line. That property is called rectilinear propagation of light. See, rectilinear is straight line. Light travels in straight line as long as it is traveling in the same medium. Whether it may be traveling in the water, whether it may be traveling in the air, or it may be traveling in the vacuum, continuously it travels only in straight line. But when medium changes, it may change, it may bend. Already we have seen in the video also. But light travels in straight line. This property is called rectilinear propagation of light. Like how it enters into the window, you can see sunlight, straight line and enters into our room. Like that, it clearly known that light travels in straight line. Clear? Such property of light to travel in straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. So these all are the important or basic terms related to light. So before knowing the reflection of light, we learn all these things. So what we learn? What is light first? Correct? What is light? And second one, sources of light. Natural source, artificial source. Correct? Then speed of light, 3 into 10 power 8. Then classification, luminous bodies, non-luminous bodies, which produce the light by their own are called luminous, like sun and stars, or candle bulb, which non-luminous bodies which does not produce light by themselves, but they'll, by the reflection of light, you can see them, like all the furnitures or moon. Correct? Then we enter to the medium part, optical medium. A material through which light passes completely or partially or does not pass. Based on that, all the optical mediums are classified into either heterogeneous or homogeneous or transparent, translucent, and opaque bodies. Then finally, we discussed about what is the ray of light, beam of light, parallel beam of light, divergent beam of light, convergent beam of light. Then we concluded that light always travels in straight line as long as it travels through same medium. Such property of light is called rectilinear property of light. What? Rectilinear property of light. Clear? Now we move to our actual topic, that is reflection of light. Just we'll introduce reflection of light and general terms related to reflection. So what is reflection of light? So very simple, I will explain you. Suppose this is the medium. For reflection of light, medium should be opaque. It is possible only when the light falls on the opaque medium. Means medium which does not allow the light to travel. Whenever light falls on opaque medium, light is falling on wood or glass, plain glass. So this is falling. What happened? It is reflects back like this. Return back to the original medium. Just like a ball. When you are hitting the ball on wall, it will return back. Correct or not? Simple activity. Hit the ball with certain angle, ball will reflect back with the same angle. That is called reflection. Similarly, reflection of light also. So whenever there is a reflection, depends on the surface. If the medium is smooth, the reflection is called regular reflection. Medium is rough, the reflection is called irregular reflection, or it is also called diffuse reflection. Okay, so there are a lot of terms are related to reflection. We'll discuss in the next class. But before that, we'll see. When a beam of light is incident on surface, beam of light means groups are like this. These are called beam of light. Parallel beam. They are incidenting on the surface. What they are doing? They are coming back to the same medium. That is reflection. A part of it is returned back. Same medium. The part of light which is returned back into the same medium is called reflected light. The remaining part of the light is absorbed if surface which the incident light ray strikes is opaque or a partially transmitted, and the absorbed if the surface is transparent. So if surface is transparent, it is totally absorbed. If surface is opaque, it is reflected. If it is surface is translucent, partially transmitted. Right? So the return of light into same medium after striking surface called reflection. So that is the definition of reflection. Returning back of light into the same medium. From where it is coming, it goes back to the same medium because of the property called reflection. Right? Reflection of light is process which enabled us to see different objects around us. Because of reflection, we can able to see our objects. We are identifying what is laptop, what is tube light, what is switch, what is computer, what is TV. How we are identifying all these things? Because of the reflection only. Okay. See the objects. Luminous bodies are directly seen, but non-luminous objects are seen only because of the reflex from the light incident on them. I told you all the furniture, if you are identifying because of reflection only. Suppose sun, you can see directly. It is because it is a self-luminous. Clear? So the reflection may be again two types. Depends on the surface. If the surface is very smooth, suppose it is a polished surface. When surface is polished, see how they are nicely reflecting. However, they are falling parallelly. They are reflecting parallelly only. That is called regular reflection. What called? Regular reflection. If the surface is irregular, see here, there is an irregular surface. Then reflection also irregular. They are randomly back. They are called irregular reflection or diffuse reflection. Two types of reflections. in the synopsis. So we'll continue same in the next class. So details about the reflection and types of reflections and various terms related to reflection, right? There are so many terms related to reflection which makes you understand exactly about the reflection of light. So there are lots of reflection are there. So many things are there, right? So we learn in the next class clearly about all these things. Okay. So what we learned so far? So far we learn about the number one. We learn about the what is light, right? Secondly, sources of light. All comes under the synopsis one. And third one is speed of light. Right? These are the topics we covered. Then comes after speed of light, we come discuss about the optical medium. What is optical medium through which light passes? And in that again, there is a types of optical mediums. Then we discuss about the ray of light, right? Ray of light, beam of light, and parallel beam, converging beam of light, diverging beam of light. Right? Then finally, we introduce about the, of course, rectilinear propagation, where you can say that light travels in straight line only. The property of traveling of light in straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Then finally, when it comes to the synopsis 2, we started introducing the synopsis 2, where we learn about the what is the reflection. And just introduced about the types of reflection. So synopsis 1 contains the 6 topics and introduces original topic reflection in the synopsis 2, which is returning back of light into original medium. Right? It may be either regular reflection, depends on the smooth surface, irregular reflection if surface is rough. Right? So these are total topics we covered. Once you go through the material so that you can understand completely before attending the class tomorrow. Right? And write all the important synopsis, all the 7 points what we covered today, so that you can continue tomorrow from the terms related to reflection and other part. Right? So this is the homework for today. You can see on the screen, daily practice problems or homework, define light and hence reflection of light. Okay, first you define about light, then also define the what is the reflection of light. We discuss in the end of the session. That is synopsis 2. Right. So that's all for today. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, students.